My name is Griffin Graham. I'm the Assistant City Manager for the City of South Haven. My background is I am a professional local government manager. I also happen to have been a resident in South Haven for over 18 years. So I grew up in South Haven, born in Grand Haven, grew up, graduated high school in South Haven, went off to school following graduating high school here, and had a great opportunity to come back home later in my career. So as Assistant City Manager, I wear a number of different hats. On a day-to-day basis, I oversee municipal departments responsible for building services, planning and zoning, economic development and code enforcement. I also oversee the City of South Haven's 4 municipal marinas and special projects as needed. I was raised to value public service. If they knew it or not, I think my parents instilled it in me from a young age. My mom was always involved in a number of boards and commissions and committees and service organizations locally, and my stepfather was actually an elected city council member for most of my childhood. So I was the kid who would sit in the back of different public meetings from a young age and really saw how that involvement could impact a community for the better, and how in a small town like South Haven, it's so important for people to give back and be part of the change they want to see. I got involved myself in a lot of things from a young age: athletics, sports, band, Boy Scouts. I am an Eagle Scout, and started working on community projects, and I would think, like most people, it felt good to give back, and it felt good to be part of the community and to be involved and to make a difference. And I'm fortunate because I found a way to make a career out of that. Yeah. And to this day, my favorite parts of my job are the involvement with the community, the participating in service projects, and really trying to be that energetic and positive leader that I saw growing up. I was fortunate to have a number of different experiences in local government before coming back to South Haven. I interned for Meridian Township while I was a student at Michigan State University. I interned for Ottawa County while I was a graduate student. And then following my graduation from Indiana University, I took a position as the township manager for Saugatuck Township back in West Michigan. Couldn't pass up a chance to get back close to home, and I definitely have a bias for West Michigan, so getting back here was a no-brainer for me. Worked there for about a year and a half, had a great experience in a smaller local government, but when the South Haven position became available, it was too good of an opportunity to pass up, to come back home, to give back to my hometown. It was really too good to be true. South Haven's a community that still means a lot to me. I have parents and grandparents here, and as I've grown up, I really was able to reflect and see how much as a kid you take a community like South Haven for granted. It really is a special place. The quality of life is unmatched, and was just very, very fortunate to come back and start to live in South Haven at a different stage in my life and be able to start to see it through a different lens. Partially because of my experience working for various local governments and learning about how important it is to do things the right way. But I think more than anything, what I learned from my experiences in other local governments is how important it is to find the right fit. Not only as a resident, finding a community that you enjoy, that has the amenities you want and is the right fit, but also for me as a professional who works for local governments, finding the right fit for an employer. one thing I learned through my experiences working for other local governments is how there are similarities between communities, particularly South Haven and other West Michigan lakefront communities. But more than anything, every community is different. Their history is unique. They've had challenges that are unique. They've been around for decades, if not hundreds of years, and that history really makes a community what it is. So being from South Haven, growing up here and spending so much time here, I've always felt like I'm in a unique position to be able to serve South Haven in my professional capacity. The biggest challenges that I face involve recognizing that we're not going to make everybody happy, how to prioritize the various projects we have. There's always going to be more work that could be done than time to do that work, and how to manage expectations. I really enjoy working for local government because we are continuously trying to improve. The work's never going to be done. There's always more we can do to get better. Part of what I like about this is I love interacting with people. I love helping people. I love trying to make people's lives better. But to do that, you're not going to make everyone happy, because there are value-based decisions that elected officials make, and those value-based decisions have consequences. I'd just like to say that I think we live in a really special place. I think South Haven does a lot of things really well. I also think we're a community that can continue to improve. That's a team effort. It takes elected officials, professional staff, residents, businesses, service organizations, and I could go on and on to make a community what it is.